radioisotope power devices. The basic EEG is a simple device. It is based on, on an effect discovered by the German scientist Thomas Johann Sebeck in 1821. He found that when two dissimilar wires are connected at two junctions, and if one junction is kept hot while the other is cold, an electric current will flow in the circuit. Such a pair of junctions is called a thermocouple or thermoelectric couple. The heat can be supplied from an isotope as in an RTG. The conversion of the heat is static. The device has no moving parts and is therefore very reliable and continues for as long as the radioisotope source produces a useful level of energy. The heat production is, of course, continually decaying, but the radioisotope is custom selected to fit the intended use of the electricity and for its planned mission duration. Figure 3 shows a hot tube through which isotopic heat is introduced, connecting the positive and negative legs. Some excess heat is rejected at the bottom, and an electric current is generated. A comparison between the predicted performance of a 150-watt RTG over 12 years and its actual performance during that time is shown in Figure 4. RTGs have been used in 26 U.S. and many Russian missions over the past 40 years, as well as in the later French missions. They were originally installed in long-term remote navigational and meteorological satellites, but RTGs have since been used in a variety of lunar and planetary missions. An RTG is a very versatile unit that can be custom designed for very specific applications. An example of an RTG snap is shown in Figure 5. This is the snap-27, and Figure 6 shows it being removed from the lunar excursion module by astronaut Gordon Bean during the Apollo 12 mission to the moon in 1969. 5 of these units were used to power experimental packages on the lunar surface. They were an ideal choice for long missions that require the supply of continuous power during both the lunar day and night. Each unit produced 63 watts at the end of a year of service. The U.S. designed general purpose heat source comprises 238 Pu fuel pellets encased in uridium shells. 4 pellets each weighing 151 grams, and 572 multiply redundant thermal couples made of silicon, germanium. See Figure 7. Each thermal couple can produce more than half a watt. However, for other missions, different fuel and different thermocouple materials more can be used. Moreover, RPGs can be used as modules of a total space auxiliary power system for both redundancy and for total power output. For the Galileo and Ulysses space missions, which had much higher power requirements than the lunar experiments, the GPHS-RPG was designed to provide 300 watts of electrical power with a nominal fuel loading of 4.4 kilowatts. It used 18 heat source modules. Another design, the lightweight radioisotope heater unit, is shown in Figure 8. These units provide temperature control for sensitive electrical components. Each, each includes a 2.68 grams 238 Pu dioxide fuel pellet producing 1 watt clad in platinum rhodium and encased in a graphite capsule for protection in the event of an accident. The Galileo spacecraft had 120 of these lightweight units in addition to its GPHS. The Galileo spacecraft was launched on October 18, 1989, and arrived at Jupiter on 7, 7 on 7 December 1995. The mission was extended through 1999 to allow it to fly past Europa. Callisto and Io. These dates and the invaluable information fed back indicate the reliability of its onboard sources of thermal control and electricity generation. Appendix 2 shows a listing of U.S. and Russian spacecraft that have used RTGs or radioisotope power EEGs in the Russian Federation. The numbers of RTG systems and the reasons for those missions, appendix, appendix and the reason for those missions. Appendix 3 lists the success of programs supported by those power systems. These successes with requirements for the supply of steady and reliable power for up to 14 years in locations well beyond those which would allow the use of solar power. would not have been possible without RPG. The International Cassini mission to Jupiter and Saturn was equipped with three RTGs, see Appendix 4, which produces 885 watts at the beginning of the mission and 633 watts at the end. Cassini also had 82 small RHUs, and there were 35 more on the Huygens probe, each producing 1 watt of heat to keep nearby electronics warm. These contain a total of about 0.32 kilowatts, kilogram, 0.32 kg of 230 APU. For the future, a new advanced radioisotopic power system has been designed. It uses alkali metal thermal to electric conversion (AMTEC) technology to convert the heat produces to to convert the heat produ, uh, produced by its plutonium heat source. And the AM Tech Cell Appendix 5 is made is made up of 8 beta alumina solid electrolyte tubes connected in series. The end of the cell with the tubes is adjacent to the hot end of the heat source. At this end, liquid sodium is heated to a vapor state, and the sodium atoms in the vapor are driven through the walls of the tubes, and in so doing are stripped of an electron, thus creating positively charged sodium ions. The vapor is cooled and collected in a condenser at the cold end of the cell, and the cycle is repeated as the sodium flows through the artery towards the hot surface at the other end of the cell. The cell uses thermal shields in its upper section to reduce radioactive bypass heat losses from the hot side components to the cold side condenser. Leads are taken from the first and eighth tubes in series as the positive and negative leads for the cell. An explanatory cutaway diagram of the AMTEC system is shown in Appendix 5. This is an area of space research and development in which the latest ideas can be beneficial to various ongoing international innovative reactor technology research and development initiatives for terrestrial applications, particularly because older versions of these devices have already been used to provide power in remote situations, lighthouses, and in the Arctic. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next